This is a tarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of February. Your overall energy for this reading is action leads to success. So this card is all about how you need to submit to your desires and actually initiate and take action and be a doer and a creative in accomplishing those. So you can't just wish for things, you need to actually take aligned action. This card's asking you in the month of February to really work with your inspiration, really work with your motivation in the moment. When you're inspired and you feel the urge to do something, do it. Even if you feel fear, do it anyways. This card is also about having morals in your mission. So not acting on the things that you desire if they are not going to be for the good of you and for the good of all. So if you have like selfish and evil intentions, whether or not you realize that that's what it is, you know, humans have the ability to create heaven or hell on earth, and it's up to you which one that you choose to create. So if you are doing self-serving and self-sabotaging actions, then you will reap what you sow. But if you have good intentions and if you are taking action towards those intentions, then this card says that you will be successful in the month of February. This is a general reading, but we are going to look at your obstacle, your weakness, your strength, and what's an attitude that you can adopt moving forward for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I've already cut and shuffled these decks, so we're going to go straight into the tarot. Let's go ahead and look at what is your obstacle for the month of February. We know that you're trying to work towards a goal. I don't know, that was a lot of cards coming out. Let's see if we can summarize this. Okay. So you have the Strength card, and then you have all of these other cards. So the Magician, which is manifestation, healing, and wish come true, wish fulfillment, partnership within, unified partnership, so unity, harmony in your relationship with someone else, and Queen of Swords, which is boundaries. I think that your obstacle in the month of February is having the courage and belief in yourself that you can create what it is that you want, and that the reason that you have these visions of the future, the reason that you have these ideas, these things that you want, is because they're already yours in, you know, the future projection of yourself. These things are already yours. These things are possibilities. These things are realities that you're aligning with in that moment, and that's why you're having those visions of them. But if you don't take action and you know, try to be harmonious in your relationships and have strong boundaries within yourself and with others, and instead you are operating from a place of fear and not courage with the Strength card here. You're operating from a place of fear that you don't have what it takes, that you'll never be healed, that, you know, you won't create this partnership with whatever this creative opportunity or this relationship or this person or whatever this is. You have fear that you won't be able to reach that harmony because you know, aren't disciplined enough, or don't have strong enough boundaries, or aren't smart enough, or whatever it is. If you are operating out of fear, then you will reap what you sow. So your obstacle for the month of February is belief in yourself and having the courage to go after the things that you want, and having the courage to, when you do take action, not taking action based on like a superficial fear-based level, like I was saying, because then you will manifest things that prove to you that you're a victim or that you should be afraid. And if you are putting your dreams and wishes into like if you're trying to create a reality that's self-serving and not for the betterment of everyone, then it won't be a dream come true. Even if you think that it's something that you want, but it's not going to benefit anything on a deep level, on a real level, and it's just like this superficial thing that you're trying to create, then that will backfire on you and it will be a nightmare, not a dream. If you're going into relationships and your communication and your emotions with other people are coming from a place of fear, you can come off as being closed off or not being authentic, and that will backfire. And then you not having the courage to stand up to yourself and show yourself that you have the discipline to create the life that you want, then you're going to just keep subscribing to this fear-based lack mentality, this thing where you're either too cold with other people, or you're too controlling, or you're too closed off from other opinions, things like that. And that just comes from fear and from lack of like self-knowledge, like knowing about yourself, knowing yourself truly, knowing your real boundaries, things like that. So let's go ahead and look at what is your obstacle. What's the obstacle for the month of, this is your obstacle. What is your weakness? What's something that you're not paying attention to about yourself in this situation? It looks like your weakness is, judgment. This could literally be like your judgment of others, your judgment of yourself, or just judging things incorrectly based on previous disappointing situations or disappointing relationships, or failed emotional investments, like you have this perception that you failed in the past, or when you tried to live a life worth living, when you tried to walk the righteous path, when you tried to be a good person, when you tried to go after that thing that's your dream come true, or whatever it is that you think your purpose is, when you tried that before, it didn't work out, or you invested so much energy or time or emotions into something and it ended up disappointing you and you had to walk away from it. And because of that, now you're judging the rest of your experiences on that fact. You're saying, well, but I've tried before and it didn't work, so I'm never trying again. And it's like, no, that's not how this life goes. And if that's your attitude, then you're gonna have a hard time. And you will be in fear of anything that comes up that's uncomfortable, because you've experienced it before and now you never want to experience it again. And the Judgment card is about walking in alignment with your highest self, with your truest self. It's about being ready to be judged by, your higher power, or being able to say, like, if I died today, I would die knowing that I'm a good person and that I've made good choices and that I'm living in alignment. And if you're not, and if you don't feel that way about yourself, then what do you need to walk away from? There's something that you need to walk away from that is no longer serving you, and it has to do with emotional investments, in order to be in alignment with your highest self. And if you've already walked away from that, and then you could kind of be in a stuck energy where you're like, now you're perceiving anything and all these good things that are coming towards you that are available to you, like this success that's available to you if you take the actions. If you're perceiving it from a negative perspective based on whatever this is that you had to walk away from, then you reap what you sow. So let's go ahead and look at your strength in this situation. Your weakness is that you need to walk away from something in order to be in alignment, or you have walked away from something but now you're just perceiving everything from that negative perspective, and that's stifling your growth. What is your strength? I'd say that your strength here is you have the Five of Cups and you have the Five of Swords. So both about change and conflict. I think that you are good at walking away from things that you know aren't going to work out. You're good at, you know, like, you're not afraid to disappoint other people if it's not in alignment with what you want. And so I would say call on that strength right now in this time, because you are needing to take actions to move forward to create the life that you want. And not everyone's going to be happy with it. And maybe you are stopping yourself from living in alignment with your soul's purpose because you're afraid to hurt other people, or you've been that way in the past and then it didn't work out for you. So your strength in this situation is understanding that not everyone's going to understand you. Not everyone's going to agree with what it is that you want to do. But if you want to change, you have to take the actions, you have to change. This is about being able to get over your pessimism, being able to get over your fears, being able to handle conflict and disagreements and competition, and not have a sore loser mentality. My son is a Gemini, and my son is very much competitive and pessimistic and hard on himself when he feels like he didn't do his best, or like things aren't fair to him, when things are uncomfortable. And I would say that if you're looking at this as a strength, it's like take that competitive energy and the ability to discern what is no longer serving you and use that moving forward, so that you can kind of go through this journey of creating this life for yourself and see the ways that, like, see your advantages and to be able to call on those and call on your competitive nature and use it to your advantage, not your disadvantage. Don't become the toxic version of that, but be able to take that competitive energy, that winning at all costs, and that ability to see what's no longer serving you, and ability to turn your back on the people, places, and circumstances that aren't working for you, and be able to move forward with that. Use that to your advantage. Don't let it overtake you and start making these crazy decisions, but be able to look at, you know, things that haven't worked out and find the lessons in them, and be able to be okay with people not agreeing with you when you're trying to make decisions for yourself moving forward. Let's end this reading with an attitude that you can adopt moving forward. I think that if you really think about it, you do have the ability to be very positive about things. I think that, and I also think that you can help other people when people are being negative. It's like you're able to cheerlead other people, and these cards are asking you to be able to do that for yourself. If you wouldn't let someone be bullied in front of you, why do you allow yourself to bully yourself? Things like that. It's like you need to treat yourself like your own best friend, and you need to be able to take your own advice. What's an attitude moving forward? You have the Moon card here, so this is about seeing past illusions, also listening to your subconscious, listening to your intuition. Your dreams, things like that, are telling you messages. They're telling you something that's going on within you, and it's being enacted through whatever the manifestation of the dream is. But there's a lesson or a theme, and it's showing you something about yourself, about how you're feeling inside. You also have the Six of Pentacles, so reciprocity, being able to, see who you want to give to. You don't want to give to everybody. Some people aren't going to be able to appreciate, your energy and the things that you're giving. Some people will. So being able to discern who you're giving your energy towards, because some people present themselves a certain way, or a situation will present itself a certain way, but deep down it feels bad. You have this intuitive, subconscious, guttural feeling about it, that it's not fair, and you need to listen to that. That's the energy moving forward. It's like, what am I giving my energy to? Who am I giving my energy to? Am I being fair? Am I able to balance the scales? Am I able to discern what situations will work for me, what will not? The moon card is saying that something is still hidden. So know that if you don't have all the answers right now, that's okay. They will eventually be illuminated. The path will eventually be illuminated. But you need to kind of dig into and figure out what's going on in your subconsciousness that's creating maybe unfair, unbalanced situations in your life, and how can you right that? How can you give to what you need to give to and help who you need to help? But also, if you're on the end of receiving, you know, are you just hoping that things will work out for you but not taking action? Are you just being a victim? Like, that is the energy moving forward, is like being able to discern whether or not you are being fair to yourself, to others, knowing that it's okay that you don't have all the answers right now, that some things are still hidden from you. It's not like it's only happening to you. This is a universal experience, but yeah, just really being able to figure out where to put your energy, and does it feel good or does it give you this yucky feeling, and being able to listen to that. I hope that you guys liked this reading. If you did, let me know how it resonated in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thanks.